G'day. Always wanted to see Canada. The wildlife, the sport, the scenery. But there was one thing missing for me. Now it's here, so am I. Foster's Lager. Australia's ace aperitif. Ripper.
We're Foster's, Pete.
Ah, and that must be the call of the wild. Foster's, the golden throat charmer.
It's Foster's Lager, mate. While Foster's is the largest selling Australian beer brand in the world, it's not as popular and relatively rare compared with other beers in Australia, particularly when compared to other Carlton and United Breweries beers such as Victoria Bitter and Carlton Draught. Foster's was created by two American brothers, William Ralph Foster, who actually moved from New York in 1886 to Melbourne. The brand sponsored Formula One events regularly from 1986 to 2006. In fact, look at this large printout of Foster's on the track. They couldn't have painted it any larger. In the United States and Canada, the rights are actually owned by Molson Coors. Heineken also acquired Brazil Purin, which previously had the right to the beer in Latin America. In 2011, CUB and its product lines, including Foster's, were bought by the South African and British conglomerate Saab Miller, which in turn was incorporated into the multinational Belgian, Brazilian, and American Anheuser-Busch in 2016. In 2019, Anheuser-Busch agreed to sell CUB, including Foster's, to Asahi Breweries, based out of Japan. The deal was completed in 2020. In November 2020, CUB announced that it would relaunch the brand in Australia, boosting local production by 300% and price it competitively against rival brands. The actual taste is fairly unique. It's okay. The premium so-called version here found in the United States is unfortunately they like to use caramel color in it, which is a bummer because it's artificial. They just added in there to make it look a little bit more appeasing, but that's the only knock on it. The blue version is slightly tastier. It's not quite as potent in terms of alcohol by volume, but it certainly is a fairly smooth beer. And overall, they do a pretty good job of sourcing their hops. It's hopped with selected oil extracts of Super Pride of Ringwood hops, which, like any modern beer, is added after fermentation to minimize losses to the yeast setting. To give the blue can, the traditional lager, a 1-up when it comes to the premium ale, mostly just due to the fact of its lighter taste profile and the fact that they do not add any artificial coloring.